Hello all and welcome back to the channel. Today I want to take a look at the Roborock S7 after having used one for the last couple of weeks. We'll talk about the good, the not so good, and my experience with the product so far. So let's get into it. For starters, I have to recognize why I went with Roborock over the largest name in the space, Roomba. This is simply due to the fact that earlier this year, Amazon bought out iRobot, and I do not love the idea of having a mobile robot in my house with a camera that could potentially feed back video and floor plans to Amazon. Historically, I have used Roombas and have been very happy with them. I was hesitant to use a different robot vacuum because I always had this notion that the pickup performance would suffer given that Roombas were the only vacuums that could use iRobot's patented dual brush technology. While that still remains the case today, I'm glad that I gave the Roborock S7 the chance to prove itself. So let's talk about the pros. Roborock touts that their brush roller design has anti-tangle technology. While initially I was very skeptical of their claim, I must admit that this roller hasn't had a single hair on it since day one of using this vacuum. I don't know how Roborock was able to accomplish this, but they accomplished it nonetheless. Mopping auto detection. I was initially skeptical of the robot's ability to mop and vacuum on its own while auto detecting the floor type it was on. I figured that at most it was a neat novelty to try once and then never mess with again, but I was wrong. While this robot certainly won't replace traditional mopping on a recurring basis, it will assist in keeping your hard floors relatively clean between moppings. It has a sonic mopping attachment that agitates the floor at an impressive 3,000 revolutions per minute. I've also found that the robot does an exceptionally good job of detecting when to lower the mop and to raise it to keep it off of your carpets. When reviewing the cleaning history in the app, you can see the mop portion shown with a faint halo around the path, while vacuuming shows only a solid line. While the robot only comes with one mop pad in the box, you can buy a pack of these online for under $10 and wash and rotate them as appropriate. LiDAR mapping. While most robot vacuums produced in recent years leverage LiDAR for floor plan mapping and navigation, I'd be remiss if I didn't mention that the S7 had it as well. This allows it to map out multiple floor plans and strategically navigate the floor plans to be as efficient as possible and cut down on overlapping cleaning paths. Battery life has been surprisingly good given just how dynamic this vacuuming and mopping robot is. With suction at its highest and mopping at its most aggressive, I can get about 70 to 80 minutes of continuous cleaning between my carpeted living room and hard floor kitchen. Now, if that's not enough time for the robot to finish cleaning the area at hand, it will automatically dock once the battery reaches 20% and automatically return to cleaning once the battery charges up to at least 80%. It will even return to where it was physically on the floor and continue cleaning from there. Auto Empty Dock add-on. This vacuum does feature the option of an auto empty dock for an added cost. While I don't have one myself, I can certainly purchase one down the road to allow for my S7 to automatically empty its dustbin every time it docks to recharge. And lastly, we gotta talk about how intuitive the app is. The app allows you to easily manage your robot vacuum with floor maps, digital no-go areas, and zone-based cleaning. It will also notify you of various maintenance items that must be completed, such as cleaning the sensors, replacing the filters, or clearing the rollers. The app is extremely well polished and intuitive and makes managing your Roborock a treat. So now let's talk about the cons. I've been extremely happy with this vacuum, so my list of cons is short, but I'll share them nonetheless. The first con being how loud this vacuum can get.
Resuming. Stand by.
If you set the cleaning suction to the maximum, this thing is loud. Of course, you can mitigate this by running the vacuum in one of the quieter modes or by configuring your do not disturb time window where the vacuum won't run to interrupt sleep, watching TV, or having dinner. The other con that I experienced with this vacuum is how small the dustbin is. It is very, very small, and in my experience, must be emptied after every single run of the vacuum. To my surprise, however, while I have seen this bin packed tightly after a heavy run, it doesn't seem to overflow the bin back into the brush roller, which is impressive. So in conclusion, I continue to be extremely impressed with this robot's performance. Much like its contemporaries, it won't completely replace your traditional vacuum and mop, but it does a very good job of supplementing those in between deep cleans. As this robot continues to get firmware updates, I'm excited to see how its cleaning effectiveness improves. Hopefully you found this helpful. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.